Okay, this is my pond. The pond is 12 feet long this way and 10 feet long this way. It's 2 courses above ground, and I have a 1 foot, and I don't think you can see into the water. You might be able to see there. I have a 1 foot ledge all the way around, and then there's a 3 foot hole, which would be 10 feet by 8 feet, 3 feet deep. I have, you might be able to see the bubbles there. There's a drain in the middle, and that drain is piped, so it is connected to a pump that I have installed underneath the tarp, underneath the rubber, and it's attached to this pipe, which right now is going into the big urn. But this is split in 2 because it will feed 2 separate media gardens on the back side of this pond. So it's sucking the water from the bottom, bringing it up to the top. But at the same time, I have a aeration pipe in the middle of that drain, bringing air up. So it's creating a circle, creating a circle effect with the water, air going up and water being sucked down. There is all of this water. It's about 3,000 gallons of water, maybe 2,000. Well, between 2,000 and 3,000 gallons of water. All of it comes from my basement, and this is being fed from my sump pump, which is underneath my house, obviously. And so none of this water is city water or water that I had to put in there. And this filled up within probably about 4 days. Yesterday I put 50 goldfish in there, and they're little tiny guys, little feeders. They're a bunch down there. But they'll probably all be gone in a few days, because on Sunday I'll be getting about 50 trout that'll be put in here. I don't know if the trout will live. We'll find out. I hope they will. It'll be a nice, refreshing thing as opposed to tilapia or other fish. Now, what I've also done is that I've put a window in here. And this window is so people can look into the pond without having to crawl up on the property. And I'm specifically thinking of smaller people, so they can look in there and see the fish. I've got a larger ledge here so that people that I permit can sit there and watch. The water you see on the edge over there is actually coming because the wind's been very strong today. So sometimes that stream of water gets blown and it ends up over here. But also, the water will flow over, because that sump pump doesn't stop just because it's full. So you can see it's right up to the edge, and it will go over the edge. Haven't thought about what I wanted to do in regards to this. I'm going to dig all of this out here, and I will replace that with sand, and then a type of a paver, so that the water can seep down into the rock that I have behind this retaining wall, and there's several outlets where the water will be able to come out of the retaining wall. Looking forward to seeing how this turns out. There will be a U-shaped garden, so right here there will be a garden the length of the pond. Right here there will be a garden the length of the pond, and it'll be above the pond, so it'll act as a fence. And there will be a garden here the length of the pond. This garden will be higher than the others. It'll be fed by the water from those 2 spigots. This garden will feed this garden, and that will then go into the pond. So we'll see how it works. I'll shoot another video when we get to the next step, which will probably be on Sunday, which will be moving the trout. So I've got an IBC container over here that I'll be using to put the trout in. Once I get the trout, once I fill that with water from the trout pond, then we'll put the trout in there. Once we bring it back, it'll be in a trailer, and I will take a hose from the pond and pump water into that, and I'll take a hose from that and pump water into the pond. So there'll be a constant exchange of water, so that by the time I'm ready to put the trout in the pond, they'll be acclimated to the water that I have here. The water that I have here, one, it's because it's cold, it's not heating up, but also it's coming from the earth, which is 45-degree water. So that's all for now.